All right, waiting on some people to come in. All right, we got one person in. Welcome. How's my audio? Audio good? All right, waiting on more people to come in. We are going to do the BMR giveaway announcement. Who won? Just waiting on a couple more people to join in. Must be a slow Tuesday. Normally everybody just jumps on board as soon as I go live. Can you type whoever's in here? All right, we got a few more people in here. How's it going, everybody? We are going to do the BMR giveaway announcement. How's it going, everybody? All right, now we're starting to get some people in here. Sat around for about 2 minutes with one person in. How's everybody doing? How's the audio? Audio is good? Everybody hear me? Sounds good. Okay. All right. Yeah, I've got this little mic thing. All right. All right. We're going to let people trickle in just for a couple more minutes. And what's going on, everybody? Welcome. Yep, we're live on Tuesday. Everything's good. Everything's good. All right. We are going to, as you guys come in, we're going to do the BMR giveaway announcement. We did that one video, the dyno video, about, I said that we were going to do it in about 2 weeks, and I let it go for about 3 weeks. So about 3 weeks ago, the idea was to do a 15,000 subscriber giveaway, and it was through BMR. And now, well, I let it go for about an extra week, and now we are actually close to 18,000 subscribers. So thank you all very much. If you're brand new to this channel, thank you so very much. I hope you do continue to watch the content. There's some big stuff coming. All right, pretty much everybody is in here. Yeah, you guys are having a chat over there. Welcome, everybody. All right, so before we do the giveaway announcement, we do have all of the names in this little unicorn sippy cup that belongs to my daughter. But anyway, we have a bunch of folded up names in there. Covering for a long weekend at the drag. What's up?
Where's he at?
He went to Jacoby's.
You not thinking about it?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, hopefully our drag track is supposed to be, the track's supposed to be open up here soon. So here in the beginning of March, it's going to be starting to get hot and heavy. But to kick this video off, we are going to do a little bit of a live unboxing, if you will. So I got something here from, and I don't think he's in the chat yet, but Michael Mack has sent me something. So let's see what it is. That way we can wait for just a couple more people to join in. And let me see if I can not destroy this. Oh, look at this. Wow. Cool kid. The Cool Kid Mustangs kid. How about that? There's a decal that he's made. If you want those, if you guys know the fiasco that we went through, but anyway, this will probably go on my workbench or something like that. I'm not really sure yet. But thank you so much, Michael Mack. Definitely appreciate that. But he's making like some t-shirts and stuff like that too. And anyway, but I'm not going to keep you guys forever tonight. This is just going to be, you know, who won this whole thing. So basically what happened was you had to, the rules were, and don't worry, we're going to do another one probably maybe at 20,000 subscribers. So we're about 2,400 subscribers away. So that's a pretty big deal. But do another one probably at 20,000. I don't know if it's going to be BMR. It'll probably be something else. But there is a catch. So in that dyno video, what we basically said was that you had to comment on the video. You had to follow me. You had to be an active subscriber. You had to follow me on Instagram, and you also had to follow BMR Suspension on Instagram. That was kind of their rules, or their Facebook or something like that. So then what we did was I went through, there was a lot of comments. So I dug through all of the comments, made sure that I was very honest about it, and vetted the names against my subscribers and those that follow me on Instagram. Excuse me. And then I sent that list. So I compiled a list, sent that over to BMR, and basically they took those names, vetted against what they, you know, to see if you were following them or not. I don't know if some of the names are hidden or not, but there is quite a few of you guys, and they're in this sippy cup here. But anyway, that was the deal. So you had to follow me and BMR Suspension on Instagram. And then I do have Facebook and all that stuff too, and so does BMR. And then you had to be an active subscriber, and you had to comment on the video. And I can't control if you thumbs up the video or not. The video did get a bunch of thumbs up, so I definitely appreciate that. You know, interacting with videos is how they push around YouTube, so I definitely appreciate that. But all right, can't remember if you followed them or not. It's so cool. I mean, I can't talk. It's okay. We're going to be doing more, so when we get to 20,000 subscribers, we'll do something else. And then maybe another, like, you know, 25,000 or something like that. So all of the channel growth is all thanks to you guys. So thank you so very much. I definitely appreciate that. And it's awesome to see this channel grow into something big. It means that you guys like the content. And anyway, but aside from like engine tick videos and stuff like that, which, you know, whatever, we're not going to beat a dead horse, but, you know. All right, just counting the days until spring. Yeah, I know. Serpent Stangs is in the chat. He's going to be doing lots of track stuff, and then I'm going to be joining him as well. And then as soon as Beach Bend opens up, man, we're going to be there. At the end of the month, I've got to get a helmet. I don't know if I'm going to just run like a drag radial, or if I'm going to invest into an entire, you know, like a whole drag pack or something like that. But I definitely need something stickier than the tires that are on the back of the car right now. But speaking of wheels and tires, that's up in the air too. And then something else I've been thinking of is, do I want to boost the car right now? Do I want to turbo it? Do I want to supercharge it? Do I want to go with a Whipple? Do I want to wait for VMP to release their stuff? Do I want to go with a centrifugal blower? I don't know. Or do I want to instead just push that to the right and then invest the money into a project car, you know, bring something else onto the channel, like an older Mustang. I've been kind of looking around at like maybe some Fox bodies and some old SN Mustangs and stuff like that. So basically what I want to do is ask you guys, what would you rather see? But definitely, chit chat below. Let me know what you think. I don't know if we want, you know, because as the car sits right now, I mean, we got to fix the O2 sensor, which should be in the mail on Friday. So I'll be working on the car, but preserve your warranty. My warranty's gone. I've already got long tubes and all that stuff on the car. It's been tuned up, running E85. That warranty's bye-bye. But don't get an SN. I want one of those. Well, you know, we can both. Hey, Speed Addict 731 is in the chat. If you guys are unfamiliar with what happened to him, he was filming some stuff for YouTube, and we're going to get to the reveal here, who won. But I think this is important. 731 Speed Addict 731. If you're not following him, please go do so. I made that video in reference to him, you know, and basically said that I was going to give him all of the ad revenue to go towards, you know, what happened. And his car burned up on the dyno. There was a crazy accident, you know, a flash fire. 3 of them almost died. And anyway, but Ken, I think your video is doing a lot more than mine. I think my video has made about $50 so far. But I mean, like I said, I'm going to give you guys the proceeds of that anyway. But yeah, sub to me. Sinister Productions is making a strong comeback. He had some problems with his 18 Mustang. Now he has a GT350, and I love your intro. I'm super jealous. That intro is really something. But anyway, yeah, Speed Addict 731. There's a bunch of YouTubers in here. Slick S550, you can go follow him too. He's got a lot of cool tutorials on how to do things. I think he went live the other day and didn't mean to. It was like me and somebody else was watching, and then he was like, "Oh my gosh," you know. But yeah, all right. Michael Mack is in the chat. We got the stickers, man. Cool Kid Mustang Kids. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it, brother. I got 2 of them, so thank you so very much. But, what's up? Oh, Cool Kid Mustang Kids. You're talking to are you answering yourself back? No?
No.
Oh, well, you know. Get a project car. If you put forced induction, you will blow the engine just like EcoBoom. Well, that's the thing, you know, it's like no, I'm talking to these guys. What? Oh yeah, my wife got pulled over today in the Mustang. It was fun. She called me. She went to Walmart and she called me. She's like, so I got pulled over by a police officer, and I was like, oh my god, here we go, a ticket. And what's worse is I wasn't in the car filming it, but they pulled her over because the exhaust it was so loud. They thought that she was driving fast, even though she wasn't. But hey, that's what happens when you have Corsa. It's loud, but you know the thing is they let her go, so no ticket. But anyway, that's all good. But did I tell her to just send it? Yeah, yeah, she should have. But you got to do it when I'm filming. I mean, if you didn't film it, it didn't happen, right? Well, oh well. You know, it's a bright red Mustang. It was bound to happen. But yeah, full send. What we're talking about? Oh yeah, project car. So with the long tubes and with the car's full bolt on, and once we get the E85 figured out, once we get that new O2 sensor, the wideband that it's a bank 2 upstream wideband is what it is. Once we can you get the dogs in the room, please? I have 2 dogs. Thanks. Once we get that fixed, and then I can do some data logs. So those videos are coming, and I'm going to do a how to, like, step-by-step everything to do with Engage, because you guys are asking me how to do that too. And I've just been waiting for this part. It was back ordered, so it should be here Friday, and then we can get rocking and rolling on that. But you know, full bolt-on E85, the car should be making close to 500 in a wheel horsepower. I'm thinking probably around the 480 horsepower range, something like that. So you guys, that's a lot of power. I mean, that's plenty enough power on the street. The car's loud, the car's fast, it's raw, it's very aggressive. I like it. So do we postpone the whole boost thing just for a little while, because I have the money, but I'm kind of wanting to just bring another car into the channel too, so I can tinker with both. And the whole thought process behind that is, I don't want to run out of ideas and content. I don't want to build the my car right now, my 2019, to its full everything within the next 6 months. I just don't want to do that, because I want to prolong this whole thing. This whole thing is a journey. But if we bring in another project car, we could do both. We could do both. And there is a crowd out there that won't touch an 18 or 19 Mustang, but they might, or they don't want to buy one, or maybe they have an older Mustang. So I want to appease to everybody, and I think it would be fun. But my first Mustang was a 2002 GT, and if I could find one of those, kind of like Stamo did, if I could find an old Mustang like that, that's not just beat to crap, maybe a stick shift car too. I don't know, but that way we can have fun with it. And those cars, I mean, you can piece them together so cheap, so easy. The parts are available everywhere. Everything is very cost effective. But yes, 96 to 98 Cobra. Yep. Or what about like a 93 Cobra, or maybe a 99? Something like that. I would love to have something like that on this channel, and then just basically restore it, and then see what happens. But it'd be a cheap car, so if that thing breaks, you know, that way it doesn't affect my daily driver, because as of right now, my Mustang is my only car. And that's the thing that scares me, is if I build that thing up and then it breaks, I'm kind of screwed. You know, but anyway, it sucks. You know, not everybody has multiple cars like, you know, Serpent Stangs, who has a garage full of Mustangs, which, by the way, if you are interested, I wish that I could afford his '03 Cobra. He's got a Kenny Bell on it. And if I had $20,000 to just blow, I would buy the hell out of that car. I really would. But Serpent Stangs, if you'll sell that thing to me and then let me make payments, I'm all about it. But anyway, oh, look, Spooling Up Performance is in the house. Welcome, welcome everybody that is just joining in. This is not going to be a 3-hour session, but we're just chit-chatting about what we want to do. How's Ken doing? I think Ken's doing pretty good. He's burned up quite a bit, and his feelings are hurt quite a bit, which I can only imagine. He went through a very, very scary, you know, traumatic situation. But anyway, yeah, I wish that I could buy his Cobra. I would baby the hell out of that thing. But yeah, let me pay like $200 a month, and then I can afford it. But the thing that sucks though is when you're shopping for an old Mustang or something like that, or any old car, you can't finance those things. Not really, because they're so old. And if you can finance them, if you're capable of doing that, oftentimes your interest rates are like crazy high, and your loan terms are really short. You know, so you kind of get screwed there. So the best way to do it, what I'm thinking about doing, is something like cash, you know, something like that. But I don't want to finance something else on top of this Mustang. But believe it or not, 200 for life. Well. I don't know about that. Life is kind of a long time, but anyway, I would definitely take care of it. But interesting thing is, my 2002 GT basically turned out to be a Cobra. We Cobra swapped the hell out of that Mustang, and then gave it about $30,000. And anyway, I kind of wish I still had that car, but it was never a VIN numbered Cobra. So. Yeah, Ford takeover in April. It's being advertised all over Speed Addict 731's channel and Foxcast Media, and so you can follow both of those guys. I will be going to that. There are some events. We're about to be in the springtime, so excuse me. All of the stuff is going to start happening here soon. Ford versus the World, same day after Ford takeover. Yep. And Jesse Tully's in here. So as far as those guys, there's I know Jesse's got a GoFundMe set up. I still haven't set up one for the other guys, but I need to do that. I just need to figure out how to do the whole thing, because the idea that video that I made was the revenue was supposed to get pushed to those guys, and it's not doing too well. But I think that Speed Addict, I haven't checked your video, but I think it's doing a lot better than mine, which is good because it's your car. But anyway, but yeah, the thing is, like, it was a big deal because you know, Speed Addict 731, he lost his car and burned to the ground. And then Jesse, the shop owner, you know, lost everything. He lost his car too. It was in the shop. I think there was another car in there as well. All of his tools, the entire shop, everything is gone. Everything is gone. So it's a big deal. It's kind of like your house burning down. You know what I mean? It's a big financial mess. And you know, it sucks because they were inside. But you need E85 in your life? Yes, you do. E85 is awesome. Around here, we have this winter blend stuff. So on the video when I tested the E85 here, it's like, I think it was like an E70, E75. So it's definitely a little bit light. But supposedly the same gas station, from what I hear, in the spring, summertime, reads closer to like E90, which would be great. But that's a 74 Ranchero. If you guys have anything cheap, send it to me on Instagram. I'll take a look at it. But that's the other thing too, is does it have to be a Mustang? What if it's like an import of some kind, or a truck, or a Jeep, as a project car? You know what I mean? A truck would be cool but the thing is, like, trucks are, I don't know if I can afford all that, but an older Mustang, I probably could, because I'm wanting to just basically pay cash if I do that. Or I say screw it and I boost the car right now. But I kind of want to just chase 10s NA for a long time, and then see if we can get as close to that 10-second pass as possible. That high 10-second pass, being NA, and see if that's possible. And then, as the year progresses, then we look at boost. But it's kind of crazy, because that one video that I did that got over 1 million views is basically what paid for all. I'm going to do an entirely separate video on like what that whole video made, but it's still going slowly. But the ad revenue on that thing sucks. It's pretty much dead. But it was pretty crazy that something like that just blew up. And that's kind of my whole thing with everybody that does YouTube and that is thinking about doing YouTube. Don't do it for the money. Do it because you have a passion, and do it just because you want to, because it's fun. But if you do it long enough, eventually you're going to have a couple of videos that will go viral. If you I don't know, I didn't tag it anything different than what I did, but anyway, yeah, the money on average is not that great on YouTube. You have to be big to make money. We are not Street Speed 717 over here, and then even he can have a hard time. He could go a month and barely make a thing, or the next month it could just go through the roof. You never know. But it's kind of like selling cars. You could have a strong month, and then you could have a month that's just really, really bad. But if you're going to get a 351, get a 351 Windsor, best one ever made. I'm guessing that's what you mean. Shout out my channel, 42 subscribers from 100, and that is Ranger Rider TV. 100K subs to make a living. Yeah, you need like 100,000 subs to make a living. I mean, unless you have like dual income. If you're looking at solely living off of YouTube, doing YouTube every day and no other job, you need probably 100,000 subscribers, and that's pretty much how that works. But I know what Stang Mode makes every month, but he also has another job. So anyway, I'm thinking about getting the BMR 762 on the GT350. Is it worth it? And is there any NVH? There is no NVH. It is absolutely 100% worth it. And speaking of the 762 kit, so now that I have a bunch of you guys in here, the original giveaway contest thing was that it was going to be a $200 gift card. Now, what happened was, after the video got posted, BMR basically reached out to me and said that, hey, look, we were originally going to be able to do the $200 gift card, and now we can't. We need it to actually be a 762 kit. And I guess the reasoning behind that is it's easier for them logistically, I guess, to pick a part versus money. They can set that part aside for like a giveaway versus money. So it won't be a $200 gift card. It will actually be a BMR 762 kit in this giveaway, and I have all the names right here. We're about to do it. But the 762 kit does cost $200, so it's a $200 value. But for that, I do apologize. And if you win this, if I call your name and you already have this thing, I guess you'll have two of them. But what'll happen is, I'm going to draw a name and shuffle them up real good and all that. We're going to pick a name, and then if you're in here, then great, you'll know, and I'll hit you up on Instagram. Otherwise, I'll have to do my homework and find out, and message them. But the 762 kit, there's no NVH. It looks like it actually would create NVH, but it doesn't. Not one little bit. What that thing does is really knuckle down. There's other kits out there. I know like Steeda makes their Stop the Hop kit, and I'm pretty confident that the BMR has solved has done it better. I like the BMR. This is my personal opinion. So if anybody, if Steve isn't here watching, this is just personal opinion. I think that I personally like the BMR kit better. I have it on my car, and it's 100% worth it. And it stacks with like the CB010 kit, which are the little washers that go up and below where your subframe bolts go through. And then if you have the CB005 lockout kit, it all works together, and they don't interfere if you have BMR jacking rails. So all of it is designed to work together flawlessly. But you're not messing with differential bushings or any of that, so there is no added NVH. The only thing that you'll be able to feel is the car is going to launch harder, straighter. When you start to spin, like if you're ever spinning on the street or whatever, it generally will spin straight, unless you saw my video the other day. But I mean, you could compare that to a stock suspension. I would have crashed, but with this kit, I actually was able to track the car back. It was just cold tires. But if you have no idea what I'm talking about, there's a couple of videos back that I did where we almost lost control a little bit. It's just wintertime sucks. But does the winner get the unicorn cup? Well, sure. I'll mail it to you. It belongs to my daughter. Those of you guys that don't know, I have two children. I have a 13-year-old and I have a 10-year-old. And so I am a daddy. But as a lot of you guys probably are too. But anyway, all right, let's dig into it. Let's find out who the winner is. I want to keep this about a 30 to 45 minute live stream. But we're going to shake this thing up really good. Really good. And without looking, we're going to go through. And they're all folded in half. All right, I got one in my hand. Let's see who it is. Holy crap. It's Gold Pony. Gold Pony right there. All right, Gold Pony. You win the BMR 762 kit. So, how interesting that you're in this chat. That's crazy. I don't know if you have any of that stuff done to your car yet or not. You can let me know in the comments real quick. I'm not sure if you're running the Steeda stuff or if you haven't done anything to your IRS. I'll just wait for you to respond. But you're going to love the CB762 kit. And if you do have some other components on your car that are not BMR, I would replace them with this 762 kit. It's pretty sweet. But all right, he hasn't responded yet. But let me send him a message real fast on Instagram. Oh wait, you can hear it. Okay. Yep, you are the winner, Gold Pony. Congratulations, man. So what's going to happen is I'll get with you on Instagram, and then I'll get your mailing information. I'll send it to Jonathan over there at BMR, and then let me know, do you want a red 762 kit, or do you want it to be black, the black hammer tone finish? And then it's pretty easy installation. I did a couple of videos that you've probably already seen, but my suggestion would be do one corner at a time, and it's really simple. But anyway, so congratulations. There was a bunch of names. So, but anyway, we're going to do another one here at about 20,000 subscribers. We're about 2,400 shy. And then we're going to do some other kind of giveaway. It may or may not be suspension. It might be something else. Maybe a coupon for a power adder, or, something. We'll figure it out. But anyway, black sounds like a winner. Black. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, I'll get your address and I'll get with you on Instagram and we'll figure it out. But again, congratulations. So when we do these in the future, any giveaways, the rules are pretty much going to be about the same. You have to comment on the video, and it definitely helps when you comment. If you put in your comment what your Instagram handle is, that immensely helps out. So that's going to pretty much do it. So we have a winner, and Gold Pony. Speaking of Gold Pony, this dude, if you're not following Gold Pony, after this video, go check him out. So he has a beautiful green 2019, and I think he's still got the black stripe on it, but it's the Need for Green, or and it's a beautiful car, and he just did exhaust on it and stuff like that. He did some installation videos up there at CJ Pony Parts, and anyway, when he does a lot of other car reviews on like everything, not just Mustangs or whatever, but he has some of the best car reviews that I've seen. So he's an awesome YouTuber. So definitely go check him out. He's definitely a big player on YouTube, and pretty sweet that you're in the chat. And yeah, man, I love your stuff. I've been watching you for a long time, but and awesome Mustang. So and I got to meet him up there at we did. I can't remember what it was. It was the call out, the Street Speed 717 call out up there in Pennsylvania. But anyway, awesome guy. But all right. Yeah, Coyote car guy. Don't count him out yet. What do you mean? Like, well, I saw his video, Coyote car guy. He was looking at Camaros and stuff. I mean, that's fine. I'm going to follow him either way. I'm an all-around car guy, so it honestly doesn't bother me. But I would like to know what caused his engine to go, because he was pretty much tick-free. And yeah, Sinister's a good YouTuber as well. Yep. It's interesting how his engine went. I know that he was, I believe, a stage 1 Whipple, and I don't think he was really racing the car. He's an older gentleman, and he's probably, I don't know. I have no clue what happened to his car, but I do know that it was supposedly tick-free. But everybody's complaining about engine tick and all that. Some guys have it, some guys don't. But since I released that last video, there's been a lot of comments that I really wish that I'd thought about when I made the video. And that is, if you guys remember the 0304 Cobras and all the problems that those things had. But YouTube wasn't around back then. So, if the 0304 Cobra were coming out like now, they would have blasted the hell out of that car because it had some issues. But every car has issues. I mean, a lot of Hemi engines have, that you all heard of the Hemi tick and all that. But a lot of them, when I was talking about in the video, was like, how does one car versus the other car, same everything, brand new, how one will make noise and one won't. And I guess it's just one of the things that might contribute to the tick is that there's just some when they build engines and all that, they build everything to within a certain spec, and it's from like right here to right here. And if it falls in to that category, if it doesn't exceed out of spec or whatever, north or south of that, then I think that maybe that's what it is. It's just some have tighter tolerances, some don't. I don't know if that contributes to a tick or not, but I think that I haven't seen any engines that have the tick actually like blow up or kill themselves from the tick. There's always been something else. So no idea. But Sinister Productions, I mean, you had some issues early on, if I remember correctly. Underrated R cars had some issues, but they were replacing engines with tick. But I don't know. What's the girl's name? 1320 Chick is a YouTube channel. She's smaller, but she Whipple did a stage 2 Whipple on their 18, and then it developed a tick after they did that. So what they did, I guess they thought it was so significant that they ripped apart the entire engine. They looked at the rods, they looked at the pistons, they looked at everything. They didn't really find any damage. So, if the car ticks, doesn't mean it's going to blow up. So my advice is just don't worry about it, and then and just send the car and just enjoy it. And then again, you have a warranty. So, but yeah, I've got no tick on mine, not really. I mean, maybe like once a month I'll hear just a little tat, 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 just barely. And you got to be like under the car to hear it. It's very small. But anyway, Yeah, I know there's Gotham EMS. I know he's done with it. I mean, there's the guys out there, I'm not counting you out, that have had significant issues. There is that crowd out there that has significant issues. But, you know, that's true with every single brand, though. Everything is, nothing's perfect. It's all built by man and machine. And, you know, like at the Camaro, Camaros are not perfect. They're a little simpler. You know, those little push rod V8s are pretty easy, but I don't know. At the end of the day, nobody knows. And it's interesting how the tick issue has been around for a long time. And a lot of, like, you know, a lot of people own these cars, engineers and mechanical engineers and all that. And they still have no clue. So, but I don't know. If at some point Ford comes out, says, or somebody finds the reason why they tick, I'll advertise it on the channel. You know, I'll make a video about it. But I'm not going to worry about it too much. And then anybody that has had significant issues, I mean, I'm definitely sorry about that. I mean, but again, it's weird how one car will do it and then the other one won't. I don't know. Doesn't mean that they're bad cars, though. Do I have an email? Yeah, it's in my description, my video descriptions, if you're talking to me. The EcoBoost is pretty perfect. Yes, the EcoBoost, they run pretty strong. So not too many issues there. But lifter noise, could it be lifter noise? Maybe. It could be. It comes down, you can really hear it like towards the bottom, or the passenger side, that wheel well down there. If you put anyway, but just digging through some comments. We're about to end the live chat, but this is basically just for the giveaway. But anybody that's just coming in, Gold Pony won it. He did it. We'll do another one in about another 2,400 subscribers once we get to 20,000, which is, I think, a pretty big milestone. It's anybody that's doing YouTube, I want to say that, you know, stick with it. You know, you may not be making a killing, but you've got to do it for the passion. Don't do it for the money. There is none. Not until you're like really, really, really big. If you can consistently make like a mortgage payment off of YouTube, that's great. Or make a car payment, or maybe buy some groceries or whatever. But the mass majority of YouTubers out there, that's not happening. You might make $100 a month or something like that, which is fine. But at the end of the day, you've got to do it because you like doing it. And the biggest thing is just push content. Push. Just get in front of the camera, hit record, and go. And then it will get easier as you do it. But, you know, doing one video a week is not going to do it. If you want serious growth, you've got to push 2-3 videos a week if you can. But and when I say can, that kind of rules out a lot of people because everybody has like day jobs and stuff. So it is a slow process, but you might put a video out there that just blows up, and then, you know, and then it is what it is. That's what happened to Gavin at It's Just a Six. He put out a couple of videos that just went viral, and then that started his YouTube channel. But it's possible. But yeah, Ken, Jesse, all you guys, Daryl, how are you guys doing if you're in the chat? Hope you guys are doing a lot better and that your burns are healing up. The bread and butter package was developed, Lethal sells it. The bread and butter package is a mix of BMR suspension components. That what happened was, I think it was Jared Rosen over there at Lethal got with like Kelly and those guys over there at BMR. I'm choking. Anyway, sorry. Let's not pass out on live YouTube. That kit was put together by those guys that would satisfy most people their needs, but if I pass out, somebody call 911. I'm just kidding. Anyway. Smoke detectors. I don't hear your smoke detectors. You know that smoke detector still goes off? It's the one in my garage, and I have to continuously push the thing. Doesn't matter if I put new batteries in it or not. The smoke detector itself is bad. But anyway, the bread and butter kit is a good package. But it's missing like the 762 kit, for example, which I think is a pretty important piece. The 762 kit doesn't necessarily eliminate wheel hop, but it helps. It's basically to strengthen your independent rear, and it significantly does aid in getting rid of wheel hop. So, all right. Yeah, it's a good kit. And if you guys are unfamiliar with my discount codes, they only work at on the BMR website, bmrsuspension.com, but that is code Xander7 at BMR. And then if you guys like the Corsa stuff, I have Corsa codes are all in the video descriptions now too, to include everybody else. I do not any longer have Anchor Room discount codes. After that whole Cervini's nightmare, Anchor Room sent me a message on Instagram, said that they're out. They didn't want any part of it. So, but what's interesting is after that whole fiasco what happened was that I called BMR like that a couple of days later, and I was like, I felt like, and I also called GLT. I felt like I needed to explain myself to those guys a little bit because I'm in a person of influence on YouTube, and I guess it did look pretty bad, but I was just trying to be honest. But of course, BMR and they don't get into all that drama stuff, so they were all good to go. But yeah, if you guys are ordering BMR stuff, it might be on back order a little bit. And that is partly my fault, I guess, is because a lot of people use that Xander7 code. So everybody and their mom is buying BMR suspension. And there is a good reason for it. It's because the stuff absolutely works. But they're a smaller crew, and as they make this stuff, they're shipping it as fast as it comes in. So if it's on back order a little bit, trust me, it's worth it. I know that you want your stuff. I would want my stuff like that next day too. But if you have to wait, 4 or 5 weeks, it's worth it. Trust me. But anyway, I just shipped. Yeah, the 762 kit. It's a great kit, especially when you pair it with the 010 kit. And remember, that's not touching your diff bushings or any of that stuff. So it's not going to have any NVH. And then what I think you should do after that, I would buy the 010 kit or the 005 kit, the lockout kit, in combination with the 762. I'm dying, man. Take it to the track, see how it does, see how you like it, see if your wheel hop is gone, and see if it helps your 60 foot and all that stuff, and then start spending more money. Go step by step. That's what I plan on doing with mine. So here soon, we're going to take it to the track. We're going to see what works, what needs to be improved, and then I guess the next step would be like vertical links and stuff like that. I really don't want to touch my diff bushings yet because there will be added NVH at that point, and I still daily my car, but we shall see. Eventually, it's going to happen, and that's just the nature of the beast. But anyway, I'm over here dying. But what happened? You gonna make come up to Beachman? Yeah, as soon as Beachman opens up, I'm gonna be there. But anyway, about Anchor Room is what I started to talk about before I started joking was that a couple of days after that whole Cervini's nightmare went down was that the cool kid Mustang kids or whatever up there in the industry basically email blasted and called like every aftermarket Mustang company out there and basically told them don't work with me. And, you know, which is really, really sad. They try to like basically blacklist me across the board. So when I called BMR and I talked to Kelly, and he was like, Kelly told me, he's like, man, I've been getting phone calls left and right and emails left and right from everybody asking about you. And I was like, oh my God, are you serious? Like, just because I came on YouTube and said that I didn't lie, you know, in the video, you know, I admitted my faults and I admitted that, you know, you guys have seen the videos, but you guys were all really supportive of me. And so was everybody else. And they all panicked. Cervini's panicked. But Cervini's parent, I talked to Cervini's again after this, and they didn't have anything to do with it. So it definitely was the cool kid Mustang kids. There was a select 2 or 3 individuals in the industry that sit high enough that they can influence the different companies out there. And it's really, really sad that they did that. But that's where Anchor Room, which never really did anything for me. I had a discount code, but they never gave me anything. I had the same discount code for myself as what was you guys would be able to use. And they make, you know, little tents and, you know, badges and stuff like that. Cool company. I like them. And but it was just unfortunate. And I was actually trying to talk to Lethal about getting together and doing something. And then Lethal backed out on me as well, Lethal Performance, because their views didn't align with mine because I opened my mouth about a product. Oh, well, you know what I mean? If I had to buy everything at the same price as you guys, I don't care. That's what I've always done my entire life. So it doesn't mean anything to me. But luckily, BMR stuck around, and so did JLT, and so did Corsa. So those are all good companies, and I support them. They support me. But there you have it. That's the truth. But you guys are talking about wheels and stuff over here. No, yeah, I mean, you really do have to be a cool kid Mustang kid to get like stuff, to get free stuff. But I don't want to, like, that's the thing is, like, sometimes they get sponsored. When you get sponsored, you have to sell your soul. Sometimes you have to sell your soul to get sponsored, and that is a shame. And luckily, you know, my sponsors that I have, which they're not free. You know, the only thing free I got was from Corsa, but BMR and GLT, I still spend money. So, but those guys are awesome. They're smaller companies. Their staff is phenomenally good. They're just great. They're excellent people. Cookie Monster, I'm actually looking at the same wheel and tire package. Those SVE SP2 replicas, the PP2 replicas with the same 285 305 combo. I'm actually thinking about that, but I'm kind of torn on tires. I've had the same width tires in a Nitto G2, a 555 G2 in the past on the 18 when I had it, and they didn't hook, I thought, very well. A lot of people like them. They're a good road tire. Just they're I don't know. You could spin them pretty easily, but I was thinking about like the NTO5, but they also make the NTO5R for the rear. And I just don't know what I want to do. But I'm torn between the Nitto or just, you know, screw those tires and go something else. Go with Firestone makes their Indy 500 Firehawks. I've heard good things about those, but I don't know. NTO5R. But see, there's the thing too, is like if I act quickly, there's a guy, he's getting ready to deploy out of Fort Campbell, and he's got a set of what are they? They're a 305 35 19 NTO5R, and they've got about 2/3 life left on them, and he wants $100 for the both of them, and he's local to me, so I'm thinking about buying those. But you know, it's a 19-inch, and I think that's what we're going to stick with is a 19-inch wheel. But you know, 20s do look really good too, because like if I went with a 20-inch, it would honestly probably be the RTR Tech 7s in black. They look really good. But the NTO5 is not a drag. It's not really a drag radial. They make the NTO5R, which is a radial, but the NTO5 normal tire is kind of a mix. It's a softer compound. Definitely has a lower tread wear. I think it's like a 200 versus the 300 on the versus the G2s, but I'm not sure yet what I want to do. It's a cheater slick, basically. Yeah. You talking about the R version or the non? Non. Okay. So yeah, that's. I mean, I'm sure that looking at the tire, it looks like they're definitely not going to perform as good as the G2s and the wet weather. But you know, I don't drive like a crazy idiot in the rain anyway. So, but now with the NTO5R, yeah, that looks like they would definitely lose control in the rain. So you'd have to be careful. But here's the thing too, staying mode with a Palm Beach dyno tune. So Palm Beach tune, E85, the X pipe, which does nothing. So E85 tune and a GLT intake and a NTO5R. His best down the track was 11.3. So that's before headers. That's before suspension. And he doesn't have Magneride, any of that. So it's definitely possible that tire performs very, very well. And that's kind of what I'm thinking is maybe I do the same thing. You know, just try it out. You know, see if we could trap low 11s, and then because not everybody's going to. I want to be able to. I want to appease everybody. I want to be able to maybe just make content with that, and then eventually get a drag pack, because not everybody has a drag pack, or wants one. But you know, an NTO or a drag radial of some kind, a lot of people will buy, maybe before they buy a dedicated drag pack. But anyway, that's just kind of what I'm thinking. But hydroplane in the city at 25 mile an hour. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Definitely have to be careful with that stuff in the rain. When I had the Hellcat, I ran around with the drag radial, and it was scary. It was sketchy at times. But if I buy another car, then I just put a whatever tire on it, and then until we make that thing go fast, and then I could just drive around with it in the rain. So, but maybe I can find a deal on a I don't know, Mustang like staying mode. He paid $2,000 for his brown Mamba. That's a pretty good deal. But the Project 6Rs and 19s look really good. Another thing with Project 6 is they have the what is it called? It's the Project 6 10s. I think it's the 10s or whatever. It's this crazy spoke. It's not like the GT350 style, and it's a hot looking wheel. I wish that I could figure out how to like share images on this live thing, but it's a good looking wheel. And the thing is that they're not crazy expensive either. Was I when the transmission messed up? The best that day was a 12.2. Was a 12.2, and so it was a stock car. We put a drag pack on it, and it didn't help. But I mean, it was a 28. I think it was a 28 tall tire, and honestly, yeah, the drag pack should not have helped at all, because I mean it was stock power. So that's the thing, is like I don't think a drag pack may really be necessary in my power level, but a drag radial would probably be more than sufficient. Rowanas are nice. A 19 by 11. God, yeah, you can put like a 325 on that thing. 315, 325. Very wide wheel. Yeah, 325, 30, 19 NTO ones. It's a track tire. Do I regret getting rid of the Hellcat? Yes, yes. Not. I don't regret getting rid of it for the Mustang, but I wish that I could afford both because I like them both equally. I've had a bunch of cars in my life, as you guys have probably had a bunch yourselves, and we all have our favorite things about every car. But I miss the Hellcat for a number of reasons, but I don't like the Hellcat more than I like the Mustang. I like them both the same, but um, you know, if I could afford both, I would have both. But the thing about Hellcats too is, I mean, you can pick them up pre-owned now for not terrible money. I mean, they're still 50 grand, still a lot of money, but still. I like Camaros too. Camaros are great cars. I'm not in love with what they've done for the 2019 refresh, but um, the 16 through 18 cars look great. I actually sold Chevrolet for a little bit when I got out of the Army, and it was a lot of fun, but a lot of work. But the Camaro, yeah, Chevrolet makes a good product. They make a good car until what they did with the 19 refresh, and they destroyed it. So anyway. They put the 10-speed in the new Camaro as well. That's the other thing too, is like the 10-speed. Everybody loves the 10-speeds in the Mustang and the new Mustangs, but who? Maybe I've been thinking about this lately too. Maybe 10 speed is just too much. You know, I think that maybe the car would have been just as well with a 8-speed, but Scarv Ares, if I'm saying that right. Congratulations on your 2019 Mustang order. Yeah, the process, 6 to 10 more weeks. It's a lengthy process, but you know it's definitely worth it. Especially when you have a custom order. I remember it's just so crazy because it's like waiting for Christmas and you know you're getting something fancy. You know what I mean? And then when it actually gets there, and because it's a custom order, it makes it so much more special. I think because that's a car that you know had them build specific for you. It comes with a green label and it's definitely special. You know, versus when a car is delivered for you versus you just going out to a lot and picking it. There's definitely something cool about custom ordering a car. But it does take some time. But oh man, I'm just reading through some comments right quick. What's my opinion on the different bracings and bushings? Which ones in specific? Which ones are you talking about? The BMR stuff that I have, or is it something different? I need to put another order in for BMR. I'm still debating on springs. Sway bars, chassis braces. I like them. I think it's a good idea. Sway bars, like, here's the thing. I know Serpent Stangs, you can help me out here. Sway bars on the street are going to help somewhat. If you're really tossing the car around on the street. But the performance pack sway bars, I think, do a good enough job. I'll eventually upgrade the sway bars just because, but it's not something that I feel like I really need to do like right now. Springs, definitely yes, but and I'm not sure that I'm going to go with a dedicated drag spring. I might go with a handling spring, which might actually hurt my quarter-mile time, but it's going to be a lot more fun on the road. Just to play around with, especially with the magnetic ride that I have, which I think that if you're ordering a Mustang, you should definitely buy. You should definitely get the Magneride. But If you had to give up anything, like if you wanted to order a 19 and you wanted everything, active exhaust is cool, but I don't think that active exhaust is like a must-have. But anyway, if you're, yeah, Serpent says if you aren't canyon carving or doing track day, sway bars are a waste of money. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think that you're never going to push the car to its complete limit on the street to really feel the benefit of a sway bar upgrade. I'll eventually do it just because, but again, it's not something that I'm just thinking about. Like, I've got to have this. I've got to have this. There's other things that you can do to the car that will really change the way it feels on the street. But sway bars it's kind of one of the last things that I would do. But is the other chassis stiffening stuff, I would imagine it's pretty similar too. I mean, you'd have to be really, really pushing the car in the street to feel some of the bracings, the chassis bracing and everything. But now if you go to the track and you're doing any kind of track stuff, yeah. Because Serpent's thing does all of those things. He does drag strip and he does the track stuff. So that's like his bread and butter right there. I think all we can get with the Magneride is the GT350 springs, right? Yes. So the any of the front springs will work, but the rear springs are the way that they're wound. If in a non-Magneride car, they go the same direction. In a Magneride car, they face each other, so they're just a little bit different. But essentially, yes, the rear springs are like a GT350 is what it would fit a GT350. And if you do have Magneride, you're never going to get like a dramatic drop with the springs. They are only going to drop the car really, depending on what you go with, about 1/2 inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch. But if you want to like drop your car like an inch and a half, you probably don't want to get Magneride. But the other thing too, what I know about suspension a little bit is that, especially on track, is you do want the car to have some suspension travel. The suspension does have to work. So if you slam the car, that's not necessarily the best thing for going fast around track. But is the B&O sound system worth it? Yes. It is definitely an upgrade over the Shaker Pro 500 that they had. So it's kind of night and day. Basically it's more bassy. I think there's a lot more bass in the B&O audio, and I enjoy it. So it's $900. It's, if you're financing that over 5 years or whatever, that's like an extra $10 a month or something. So just something to think about. But ended up getting it because, yeah, I like the Magneride. I really do, and it works really well with the drag option that you have in the car too. So it helps control the car, helps to launch. It's really cool because in normal it feels kind of almost, to me, a little bit sloppy, but it's very Cadillac-ish as much as a Mustang can be, I guess. And then once you go to like your sport and track mode, then it firms up and it makes the whole car feel so much more tighter. But it's cool that you can turn it on and off, basically. But I think that, and if it's like 1,600, I think it's like $1,600. So I think the Magneride is definitely worth it. But the Pink's Garage, do you have an 18? What year is your car? 16. Okay. Yeah. I mean, the B&O is, so you probably have the Shaker Pro 500, whatever they had. It's just more bassy is all it really is. The, yep. The Steeda Progressives, I personally will not put progressive springs on my car. I don't like the way the progressive springs handle. I like a linear spring, but Excuse me. The car review guys, he's in the chat too. He's got a pretty cool channel, and he's got a pretty healthy garage, and he's got a lift in his garage too. It's pretty neat. I wish I had that. iBox Sport lines. I mean, a lot of people do the iBox Sport lines. There's nothing wrong with the progressive spring. Generally, the progressive spring is going to give you more. Is going to give you better street manners. But I like cars that handle really well, and the progressive spring will get you only but so far. But oh God, somebody hit your 18 twin turbo. Now you have a 19 twin turbo, and it has B&O and Magneride. Oh, that sucks, but I'm glad that you have a 19, and watch out for other crazy drivers, I guess. What's the best setup for an 05 S197? Setup as far as what? Power, suspension? What? Oh, man. Should you get a 12 to 14 or 15 to 16? I say 15 to 16 just because it's a little bit more money, and you have an independent rear suspension. You have throughout the years, you have a couple of jumps in power there, nothing significant, but it depends on if you want a solid axle or do you want independent rear, or do you want a more European look, or do you want the older boxy look? But anyway, anybody that's signing off, I'll see you guys later. Thank you for joining the chat, and remember, we will do more giveaways here in the near future. But yeah, I'm about to hang up the thing now too. It was supposed to go for like 45 minutes, and that was going to be it. But of course, we're still going. Anyway, but I'm just trying to answer everybody's comments. No issues with the 15. The 15 was fine. I had a 2016. So you guys, yeah, I had a 2016. It was competition orange, and I love the car. I had no issues with that car whatsoever. It was a premium. It had, you know, all the fancy stuff on it, and it was great. So yeah, no issues. And that car is pretty much the same as what, you know, we have. It's just it's got the Gen 2 Coyote engine versus the Gen 3. So, you know, it's down about what, 20, 25, 35 horsepower, whatever. But I mean, you do long tubes and all those other mods. The suspension's all the same, you know. Interior is all the same. 35 horsepower, yeah. So yeah, the S550 is a solid platform. I love the S550. I've owned a few of them, but anyway. But all right, that's going to do it. I think we're going to jump off here. Been going on almost an hour and 10 minutes. So anyway, congratulations again to Gold Pony. I don't know if you're still in the chat or not, but I'm going to get with you on Instagram, and I'll have everything shipped out to you. And then remember that we are going to do something else. We'll put something else together at 20,000 subscribers. So we're about 2,400 shy of that. You had opted for the active exhaust. The active exhaust is cool. I'll tell you what's cool about the active exhaust. Once you go do headers, now I hate the fact that you jump in the car and then you have to turn it on, you know, every single time to into the track, but in track mode, but where the exhaust setting. But it is nice at nighttime or early morning that with long tube headers, I can put the thing into quiet mode and barely hear it. So that is one great thing about active exhaust. But anyway, don't worry if you didn't win. We're going to do more of this kind of stuff. We're going to do more giveaways and all of that. So, you know, as the channel progresses and grows, you know, we're going to continue to do, you know, more stuff, because the thing about it is like, I wouldn't be in this position without you guys. So it's the very least that I can do is give something back, to you guys. So that's what it's all about. Anyway, but we'll do another live chat eventually, maybe next week or the week after, something like that, and we'll have some more fun. We'll talk about some things. It's going to be a light next couple of weeks as far as mods go and all that. We're looking at a bunch of rain here in Tennessee, so it's going to really hurt content. But anyway, we're going to do something. But Changing my stator braces for the BMR. Yeah, I like the BMR stuff. I really do. And the fact that they're always on back order tells you that everybody and their mom loves the BMR stuff too. The cool thing also is that it's all cost effective. Their stuff doesn't cost a fortune. And if you ever have any questions about BMR, if I can't answer them, just call them and talk to like Kelly Aiken up there or one of those guys, and they will literally talk to you for 45 minutes on how everything is supposed to work, what you need to do, so on and so forth. And they're very, very knowledgeable when you call up there. All that they do is suspension. And it's kind of like JLT. All JLT does is pretty much cold air intakes. So there's a lot of R&D going into one, or just a few specific pieces, which is better that way. So anyway, you get snow. I know you guys are. Anybody that's up north is getting pounded by snow. Yeah, it sucks. But yeah, either way, it's bad and it hinders content. But everybody be safe out there driving around, whether you're, if it's raining or snowing or just driving fast, whatever. And I'm going to hang it up now. That's going to be it. Congratulations again. I will be keeping my sippy cup. I'm sorry. I don't think that you need it, but my daughter might hurt me. It's her unicorn cup. But all right. Speed Addict has a new video up on your channel with Jesse's GoFundMe. Okay, I'm gonna go check that out now. So that's what I do is I watch YouTube just like you guys do. So all right, everybody, be safe out there, and I'll see you guys later in the next videos to come.